Welcome everybody to the Method Lab, to the METHOD Lab. We are here. We are here.
We're here.
And it's Monday.
Goddamn right.
And we wear our nuts on our sleeve.
On our sleeve.
One day we will explain.
We really mean it.
We really do. We are on the messenger. I'm about to log in right meow.
Jesus, oh my goodness.
You good?
Yeah.
There it is. Let me turn the volume down before it scares me again. All right. Welcome, everybody. You can call, text 414-502-9447, or you can find us here at www.1025mke.com. Radio you can watch. Trying to get Larry beautified there.
I got like, my dreads are like all in my eye. This is not even, damn it. Okay.
There we go. You fixed it.
All right.
All right. So, how's the weekend? What, is today Monday? Yeah, today's Monday.
You announced it. It's too much shit going on.
Now we're a little closer. We're a little far.
We're a little far, but we got it. The weekend was good, man. I spent time with my daughter, and I've spent a lot of time unboxing a lot of shit. I ordered some shit from Amazon a while back, and during the whole hectic craze of packages and stuff. But a lot of stuff that I had my eyes on and got inspired, saw people talking a lot of good stuff about, and I was just like, I need to get some of that stuff. And went and ordered some things that I needed a long time ago. People know I have a phone. It's been dropped so many times. They're surprised it's not duct taped together. But I just honestly, in defense, it's an LG. So, who gives a shit?
You've dropped all the brands, bro.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Nokia phones I just spiked because they don't break. They don't break at all.
Or function.
Well, yeah, that's it. But they can hold some damn tunes, 15 seconds worth, but they'll hold them. A bunch of them too. But no, I got this Samsung, and I'm pleasantly pleased. But that was just more so for replacement and also for interactivity and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm still playing.
Mainly for his Tinder page.
My Tinder. I don't even do Tinder. I tell people, don't do Tinder.
Yeah.
Don't do Tinder, man. You will find AIDS. It will find you.
It will find you.
It will find you in a heart.
It's like Candyman.
It will.
You call it towards you.
Fuck wearing his nuts on his sleeve. That some bitch burns. Just burns.
Oh, shit. Man, yesterday we hung out.
Yep.
A good portion of the day.
Yeah.
Went to the stables out down in, what was that? Sturtevant? Yeah, we were out in Sturtevant at the horse ranch. That was fun.
Yeah.
Drank a good amount of tequila.
Ooh, man.
A good amount of tequila in a short span.
Shout out to everybody there, man. They so hospitable with the space, the ranch, the countryside, the horses,
it was a great time.
Sodas, the tequila,
the smell of ammonia.
Oh man,
horse piss is fucking horrible.
It really did feel really good to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't grossed out by the horse piss and manure smell.
Yeah.
I really wasn't. I wasn't even grossed out by the horses. The piss smell was strong in the stables.
Strong.
That shit was very strong though. I will say I wasn't a fan of how many horses, because they had 23 horses on the property. And we were in a stable with at least a good, I want to say 16 horses.
I don't think the horses took me serious, but I would have punched the horse if I had to.
The one behind you that kept poking his head out, he was nice.
No, I told him.
He was nice. It was
brown
the
one?
stallion. The one that was across, that motherfucker was mad because he was separated from, I think it was a female.
It's mating season.
Yeah. he was kicking the fuck out of that. Because the other one was doing the other side too. And I was like, oh, shit. And I ended up feeding her. She was like, you want to give him a treat? I was like, sure. You gonna fucking snatch my ass in there. I was like, yeah. And they got a little nugget. They got a little nugget, and he started nibbling on there and shit. But then I realized, because he kept making eye contact, he kept pulling on the thing like, hey. I was like,
I need a treat.
You hungry? Like, come on. So that's what I realized. Oh, okay. I see what you want. I like him. His name was Hunter. He was cool. Hunter was cool.
He had good credit.
He had good credit. He did. And I met his owner. And that was fucked up. I kind of felt, I don't know. I love the fact that, you know, I was in a horse ranch. And then I kind of felt fucked up. Because like, hey, man, come on, feed me the snack, man. Feed me the snack. And I don't care. You can feed them if you want to. I was like, damn. When does slavery feel like this? But honestly, it made you want to have a horse ranch. Maybe not as, I don't want one as big though. I don't think I could. I'm
good with visiting.
I don't think I'm as qualified as those. Those guys were fucking professionals. Like they could do the fucking rodeo thing with the rope, and was talking about
that's custom built knowledge.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
that's that Mexican.
That's experience.
Pretty much.
Like shit. Like I can't. I have none of that.
We'll be up there. We'll be up there again. We're definitely going.
I just want one that I can go on trails and
right.
buck the side with, and just give me like a family of them. Like it's, you know, come on, girl, get on. We're gonna ride up to this mountain real quick and break this mountain in because we own the shit and ride down.
Yeah. That works.
Just something, you know.
I think that's what the dude from Walker, Texas Ranger used to do.
Yeah, he had like a couple
he was
horses.
on the top of a hill and he would get the call from Walker.
Yeah, he just brought down. He had like an extra horse. Like,
I'll be back.
You know, he had like an extra horse. He'd go on a date and shit. Like, hey, you want a horseback ride? Yeah, and then come on, fucking extra horse come out of nowhere and just nudge the bitch and put her on the. Just go off. Like, they just go and
that would work.
to a mountain somewhere.
The responsibility just sounds. It looks like a lot of responsibility.
Yeah,
to take care of a fucking horse.
It is.
I'd rather let friends that like that shit. I'll just come and visit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just want to ride the thing.
I like the whole.
I'll feed it every once in a while.
Airbnb in a fucking farm. All right, I want the farm experience.
Now
Airbnb.
Now, if you Airbnb a farm, do the animals stay and you have to take care of them, or do they get the animals out of there because they know you just?
Nah, fuck that. I'm talking about the barn upstairs where they have the fucking decked out loft that you check in through the side door. That's what I'm talking about. Airbnb.
Man. I was just wondering because I seen like on certain Airbnbs like they have like farm properties like that, and I was wondering like they got animals there and shit.
Put you like by the cows and shit where you know they're gonna fall asleep.
I was like, damn, do the animals stay or they rent out just a room? Because some just it never speculated. I always wondered like
usually the farm stays and they let you rent out like the main
like
house,
the main house,
side house.
That'd be dope. I'd be down for that. Would you have to feed anything? I mean, more than likely,
I'm sure you can negotiate feeding an animal if you really want. They might have a pet suit during the day.
I just don't want to be. I don't want them to assume that that's my responsibility. I might just go out and pick one like I want him for breakfast. Like this one. What are we turning this one into?
Right.
Is he gonna be? I want him a breakfast sandwich.
Whatever it is, I want some pernil.
You all bacon and pernil. All bacon and pernil with this one. Get started. He's ready. Let's get him going.
That's
make
funny.
it a nice treat. BLTs for everybody.
Shouts out to Heather.
Yeah, she.
BLTs.
BLTs for everybody. I'm telling you. It'll be a fucking powwow. You know, this weekend I had the I pretty much hung out a lot with you guys because, you know, we had the that last night. And then
Loteria al Mil.
Loteria El Mil
That
that
was
on Saturday. Really good turnout.
That was fun.
Hell of a time. And
I'm starting to get better with those two fucking words that keep hanging me up. El desinfectante. You see, I got to say it right. I have to say it.
you got to slow it down. And
Yeah, I'm used to just flying by, but
you really went Antonio Banderas with it, though.
el
That's what's funny.
desinfectante.
Desinfectante. Now,
Check on your people. There's a big crash on 34th and Greenfield.
yeah, man, for sure. You know, I had the pleasure of seeing a film. Same as
Oh,
you.
we were gonna talk about that. We gotta wait for Al to get back.
Yeah, we're gonna wait though. We're gonna wait on that one because there was some other stuff that happened over the weekend that we could address.
Okay.
It's a shame because kind of need Elle to pull up this picture, but it's
Oh, actually, I was supposed to go over there and run the boards today.
Oh, you been doing the boards?
I'm about to.
You about to?
I'm about to.
Oh shit!
So I'll be running the boards. So the setup will change. I'll be where L's at.
Nice. Just so you know, we wanted to go over today. We will be touching on subjects like, of course, the cancellation of Pepe Le Pew. We will be addressing that.
That rapey bastard.
You'll also be hearing about our spoiler-heavy review
Yes.
of Coming to America.
America. Yeah.
Okay. But first and foremost, there's something that I wanted to bring to your attention. There was some stories that I saw.
Okay.
Just some personal stories that I saw that I wanted to start today's show off with. And I wanted to, have this conversation. And then at the same time, if you guys feel free to chime in, because you can call and text at 414-502-9447. And if you're watching on Facebook and Twitch, we applaud you. Share, like, subscribe. But you need to be logged into www.1025mke.com. Radio you can watch because it's the only place you can watch it and not get cut off like they do on Facebook. I don't think we've ever been cut off on Twitch before. I don't think we've ever pissed anybody off on Twitch. No. So shout out to them for that. But yo,
They let us do what we want.
yeah, they let us do what we want.
What camera are you on?
Huh?
You should run your finger across the camera.
I should run my finger across?
Yeah. Clear up that blur. Another one.
Oh, it's this one.
Yeah.
It's a blur?
Sorry. There we go. It's a little better. Still a little out of focus, but.
All right. Of course, we do have an event coming up.
Yes, this Friday, we do have an event coming up.
That's right.
It is going to be Pop-Up 3600.
That's right. Right here.
Right here at the studio. We're going to have, I believe we're going to have 14 vendors Saturday and Sunday from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock selling their crafts,
selling
their
the
merch.
crafts,
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
Just letting you know what they're about, man.
We have fitness wear. I was looking at the flyer earlier today.
Yeah.
We got fitness wear. We have T-shirt design. I think we have some jewelry designs.
That's right.
We got a lot of dope stuff.
Everything from all kinds of companies, from Worthy down to Beyond Original Clothing, down to Pink Pedal. So if you guys are interested, if you're looking for a networking opportunity, or you're looking for your next big clients to back or invest in or work with, or if you're looking just to pop out and share some,
come check it out. Come support some
Collaborate.
local. If you do want to network on that Friday, it's part of the event for our vendors, but We are having a networking event here at the Shop Almin at the store in the front. So you can come take a look as far as what setup's going to be like. You know, we'll have everything laid out, ready to go. But it's going to be a networking event. You know, we're going to come through, mingle amongst other entrepreneurs.
That's right.
You know, if you just want to come hang out, check it out. It is $10 on Friday for that event. And I believe we're going to be providing some drinks.
That's right.
So,
It's gonna be decked out.
yep.
Nice sipping glasses. We're gonna get that flyer going in the chat group as well. But also, we'll make sure that we have those flyers posted up as well in between the show. So you'll see those flyers later on.
Yeah.
So we'll know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But
And we are going to start booking for the next one.
that's right.
So stay on the lookout if you're interested of being a vendor. You know, that way you can contact our main man, Jakari, so we can get you in on pretty much on the schedule.
That's right.
Ready to go. All right.
So
Is that it?
No.
Is that all we're doing this weekend? Or this week?
doesn't have
I
to
think
be.
that's it.
is it?
I think so.
Probably is.
I think so. We'll focus on that.
We'll figure that out. We'll fix it in post if it isn't.
Yeah, but still, the following week we're gonna do Loteria again,
Right.
and then the week after that we have some other shit to do. There's always something to do.
always something.
We're trying to stay busy.
So
Thank you, Vonnie.
thank you. So apparently, can I call him the prince
The Prince.
or is he the duke?
Who?
Well, I don't know if he renounced his princehood, but Prince Harry and
bald one.
his Duchess Meghan Markle.
Oh no, that's not the bald one.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
no. Harry is the bald one.
No, Harry's the older one.
Harry's the younger one. Harry's the younger one.
He's the one that married the chick from Nip Tuck.
You're talking about that's Meghan Markle.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's not bald.
Oh, okay.
The bald one is the older one.
Okay.
Harry's the ginger kid everybody thought was
Oh,
ugly, and
okay.
I guess he pulled a black girl. So, ugly duckling. Yeah, who'd have thought? But he and his wife sat down with Oprah.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, sat down with Oprah Winfrey
Winter free.
and decided to come out. They were gonna speak out and let everybody know their side of the story. And boy, did they!
Did they move to Canada?
They moved.
They
They
moved here, didn't
left. They left the UK, and I think they went to Canada. I'm not sure.
Was it Canada?
They definitely moved.
I
They
thought
got the
came
hell
here.
out. They got the hell up out of that rule though. And he left. He booked it.
Didn't he get her a Disney deal or some shit?
I don't
I
know.
don't fucking know. I don't keep up with that shit.
I don't know about that.
Once Prince died, he left. I stopped caring about the royal family. Oh,
Did she die?
shit.
But
No, not really. I really never really cared.
there was a lot of stuff that had to happen. Like, number one, I didn't know they had to get married in their own private ceremony before an actual wedding. For the actual, official wedding ceremony, they had to do their own private thing because they knew ahead of time this was gonna be some hating going on.
Yeah, I seen this video where the queen and the husband or whatever, so grandpa, were at their wedding, like dinner type shit, or they were that's what it was. They walked in and realized that they were there, and they literally they noticed that they broke the protocol in some shape or form. So grandpa goes and talks to him in his ear, and then he goes and they turn around and they leave. Really? Like, and after that. That's when they left. I remember. They give you the details in the video, but I really wasn't paying attention. But that was pretty much it. Grandpa or grandma noticed that the chick Meghan was
Meghan Markle.
breaking protocol, and she got pissed off, and they just He's like, if she's here, we're not gonna be here. But it's your wedding. It's our wedding celebration. How is she not gonna be here? Well, we're leaving. They're fucking brutal.
They did not want her bloodline mixed with theirs.
Because they saw Nip Tuck.
They ain't got shit to do with no fucking Nip Tuck. Let me tell you something. They stripped their baby Archie of his title and all of that shit before he was even born. Man's like, no, he not.
They got rid of her on the birth certificate.
It was like, yo, his security, his title, he ain't got none of that shit. Whatever that bastard is, he born in wedlock. He's a bastard in a basket. Not care.
Off with his head.
They used to have conversations. They had real life conversations about how they were worried of the baby's skin color, like what it was gonna come out as. Would it come out darker? Would it have her hair? I mean, like Harry's was any better. You saw that shit as a kid? He was fucked up. Harry was a fucked up kid, man. He was fugly as fuck. That kid looked like Fozzie Bear as a kid with braces. Remember those fucking pictures? They had the fucking older one. He was all dignified and distinguished. We was looking at him like that poor kid and his mama, and look at this fugly ass bastard brother of his, looking like he just shit himself. And he had the braces and the freckles and the ginger face, and we was like, won't somebody just put a bag on that damn kid? That fugly, Fozzie Muppet kid. Like, we was shitting on Harry, man. And then Harry grew up, and that motherfucker got bald and looked like his daddy. And we was like, see, that's why we ain't like him. We ain't like him, because he looked like that. And then Harry ended up looking like a goddamn SEAL Team 6 dude and went in the gym and shit, and he kept his hair, and the freckles and the braces came off. And what'd he do? He went to L.A. and pulled a chick off a Nip Tuck. So
with
like,
daddy issues.
He saw Baps.
Specialty. That's the California specialty.
He saw Baps and said, I'm going to get me a Halle Berry. I'm about to get me one. I love this show.
Hell yeah, shit.
It's the cheekiest show ever. I love it. Tell your boyfriend I said, fuck off.
The
You found the interview? Was it the whole thing or just some snippets?
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Oh,
Oh, shit. Let's run
Let's
it.
run
Fuck
it.
Let's get flagged.
Hell yeah, let's get flagged. I'm Harry.
You know,
I'm
Oprah,
Prince Harry.
Oprah owns everything.
I've been hanging out with my friend Idris Elba. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Is it? Yeah.
It's the whole thing? Nah.
That shit will get us.
Oprah coming
As
for
soon
real.
as she gives away the first car, we'll be flagged.
I swear to God, Oprah fucking show up and have us
She
destroyed.
probably announces the next verses before she opens up the segment.
Who, Oprah?
Yeah.
Oprah don't watch no fucking verses unless it's like fucking Gloria Estefan or some shit.
Do that conga.
You let me know
Damn,
when
that
they
would
have.
be a banging ass
She'd
verse.
be like, let me know when they have Gloria Estefan and Josh Groban. I'll watch that one. I'll be like, yeah, Oprah.
Yeah. All Christmas tunes.
All right, give me a second. I'm over here chewing on carrots. My bad.
That's all good.
Over here trying to watch my diet.
Not saying that there's anything wrong with Josh Groban or Gloria Estefan. I like Gloria Estefan.
That'd be a banging ass Spanish Christmas album.
Gloria Estefan?
Hell yeah.
Gloria Estefan can do any
With Josh
fucking album.
Groban?
I don't know about Josh Groban.
In Spanish, that should be dope.
Josh, I don't know.
Okay, here we go. For Fair Use and Reporting Act. Here we go. Here's this video. Okay? I'm going to play it.
Don't flag us.
Right. They're going to flag us, but
Yeah,
for fair use.
You better stop fucking flagging us, fuckers.
We're flagged.
Fucking
Okay.
fuck book.
Yeah.
Look at that. And we're playing your ads.
Right.
Oh, what? Powerade water? How much sodium does that have?
Right. Here we go.
220 milligrams.
Oh,
Oh, they're not going to run it?
We are sharing more never-before-seen moments from Oprah's interview with Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan. Back in January 2020, the couple announced plans to step back as senior members of the royal family. In this exclusive never-before-seen clip, Harry and Meghan tell Oprah they were then invited to spend time with his grandmother, the Queen. But the plans changed.
Oh, bitch.
That announcement that we put out on the 8th of January in 2020, that was... The contents of that was put into a letter to the institution, to my father, which was then shared at the end of December while we were in Canada. And to then get back on the 6th, after my grandmother had said, the moment you land, come up to...
We asked if we could go up to see her.
Come up to Sandringham. We'd love to have a chat. Come for tea. And why don't you stay for dinner? Because it's going to be a long drive and you're going to be exhausted.
She even said stay the night.
Wonderful. I love that.
Yeah.
The moment we landed in the UK, I got a message from my private secretary, Fiona, at the time.
Private secretary is sort of like a CEO role in the institution.
Cutting and pasting a message from the Queen's private secretary, basically saying, please pass on to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex that he cannot come to Norfolk. The Queen is busy. She's busy all week.
After she just invited you?
Yeah.
Just invited me. The Queen's busy. She's busy all week. Do not come up
Tell
here.
her something, Oprah.
Okay.
You know you got
So I
the
rang
direct
her from
number.
Frogmore.
Stand
That night and said, I was thinking about coming anyway, but I hear you're now busy. And she said, yes, there's something in my diary that I didn't know that I had. And I said, well, what about the rest of the week? She goes, well, that's busy now as well. Okay, I didn't want to push because I kind of knew what was going on. And then later that night,
But doesn't the Queen get to do, doesn't the Queen get to do what the Queen wants to do?
She's not you, Oprah. You kill people.
when you're
She
head
does
of
too.
the firm,
All right.
there is people around you that give you advice.
Good question. Good question.
And what has also made me really sad
Where's
is some of that
Stedman?
advice has been really bad.
Yeah, that was tough.
Okay,
you know,
so
it's
I'm
the
gonna
type
stop
of thing
that
when
shit.
someone
Hold
says,
on.
I'm busy. And oh, by the way, I'm busy all week. That's
Yeah.
a big sign.
Well, but when it's your mother, that's
yeah, when it,
That's your
When it's
grandma,
your
not your
grandmother,
mother.
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Don't she's
Look, let's
his
stop.
mother doesn't answer the phone anymore.
Look. God damn it. God damn it. Look. Let's fucking stop the bullshit.
Yeah.
The horse fucking shit. What is this? Oh, shit.
It's just a flashlight.
Oh, okay.
Not a flashlight, it's a flashlight.
I thought it was a goddamn whip. I was finna say, goddamn, we're finna get into some kinky shit right here. Look, goddamn it. Let's get off this bullshit,
Yeah.
okay? And by bullshit, I mean let's stop
Where's
fucking
Stedman?
holding the Queen to these new millennial fucking standards. This woman is 137 goddamn years old.
Yeah.
She had slaves. God damn it. She damn near was there. She watched the Civil War with popcorn and had the best fucking seats in the house.
Yes, on the other side of the ocean.
On the other side of the goddamn ocean. She had the press box.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then on top of everything else, she's been through wars, 1 and 2, I'm guessing. And on top of it,
And like 6 possible 3s.
right. She has lived through all kinds of segregation
Yeah.
and integration and change. That didn't mean that she liked it. And it don't mean that we gotta like that she don't like it.
Right.
But I'm not going to expect her to like the fact that her grandson walked in with a woman from Nip Tuck.
Okay, so check it out, man. Let's break this down. Obviously, they don't like the woman.
They don't.
Okay? But because they don't like her doesn't mean they have to shun her.
That's
like
true.
they literally shunned him too.
That's true.
They're like, you know what? If you're gonna be with her, you cannot be royalty. Like, what the? How do you do that to your own?
That's how royalty works.
Yeah, but-
we've seen this shit before.
Yeah,
it's
Braveheart.
like that. If you ever seen any story where they have those prearranged type of marriages, we're getting to that.
Yeah.
And they say, hey, you have to marry such and such to broker peace. I fell in love with the sister.
Right.
Or I fell in love with the mother. You just caused war. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of shit happened back in the day. So it's clear to see, and even in that patriarchy who's pretty much in tradition
Right.
through and through, because this old chick has been there since Moses.
Since the beginning.
Right.
I mean, we are talking about a queen who, I don't want to be rude,
She dated Christopher Columbus.
but she is,
Yeah.
she is, no lie, 437 years old and counting.
Yeah.
And still ticking. Still ticking. Do the splits and all kinds of shit. I seen it. But I'm not expecting her to change and to embrace that. And I know he didn't think that.
Right.
He loved what he loved. He was hoping that they would embrace her. But he knew.
Grandma don't play that
Grandma
shit.
don't play that shit. He knew.
Look what she did to my mom.
Bro.
Because ain't no fucking way. They're comfortable talking about it while she's in the fucking house.
Yeah.
Well, I hope the baby isn't as dark as her. As dark as her. She lighter than both. The goddamn girl damn near golden.
She olive.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Like, they was worried about her eyebrows. Well, I hope she doesn't have any white noses. Well, I hope to have at least the athletic ability. It would
Excuse
be
me.
a great for our football team.
You know, you know what really is weird to me? Like, he said he had to send correspondence to her handlers.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, that's my grandma. I'm gonna go knock on the door and, hey, grandma, can we have a conversation?
Right.
Talking about, I had to send her a letter, and then they had to check it.
Yo.
Like, come on, man, fam, really? I don't give you royalty, but guess what? You my grandma.
Yo.
I'm coming to holler at you.
You've seen Downtown Abbey, right?
Yes, I
Downtown Abbey. You've seen Downtown Abbey?
No.
Okay.
It's the driest British show
It
ever.
is dry as fuck.
But it's phenomenal.
But that's British people, especially when it comes to royalty. Whether you're studious and uptight
Yeah.
for a presentation, or whether you slagging off and being messy as fuck.
Right.
That's British folk. And when it comes to the royalty, they are no fucking different. They gotta hold up tight even when the goddamn door is closed.
Right.
They cut loose behind closed doors, one-on-one,
Yeah.
then they clash
That's-
and
yeah.
get petty and messy.
Right.
But as far as that, they're way different from Americans. We
Never in public.
if you're the goddamn prince and you bring somebody to your grandmama's house and she got a problem with her, you're gonna go to your grandmama's house and go handle it.
Right.
He probably do got to handle correspondence and fucking invite and set up a tea and crumpet time and fucking show up and shit and make sure the crumpets are going and the tea is there and probably got to have haggis and all kinds of other fucking European UK shit, beans and haggis.
That's funny.
And whatever the fuck the
prosciutto, you're gonna have
prosciutto and beans and haggis and bacon with the beans on this shit. What does the fucking deal with the beans? Beans for breakfast.
I eat beans for breakfast.
But they have like straight up just beans, haggis. The fuck is haggis? Then it's like eggs, bacon, and then they just throw beans everywhere. Just no sauce. Beans, just beans, just there.
Dry ass beans.
Just dry ass beans.
Damn it.
And they say, fuck off. Eat it.
That's fucking funny.
But whatever the fuck y'all do, man, tea, crumpets, haggis, and beans,
Right.
and you just you would hash it out. But it's way more formal. He knew that. He knew that's what was gonna happen. I bet you he had every intention of coming there and giving the best, most powerful fucking speech he could to implore to her human side. Right. Like he was gonna fucking demand her love. He was gonna he had it worked out like this is it. This is how I'm gonna fucking do it. And she didn't even fucking show up. She was like, the fuck you think I'm doing? Like, you knew better than to bring that monkey in the goddamn cat. I wasn't even gone 2 days. I ain't even coming back till the bitch gone. I'm just inviting you so she's out the house.
That's crazy.
Like, that's it. He invited her up the state to get her out the goddamn house. Get out the castle.
You got to go.
It's fucked up.
Wow.
But that's how the royal family view us, man. That's how they view anybody. This ain't America. Royalty, that's an old lineage of fucking. They don't even care about white women. See what they did to
All they
Diana.
care about is that blood.
That's it. That's it.
I want to see if I can find
Third
a picture.
cousin? Not good enough.
Nah.
Second cousin? All right, now we're talking.
Oh my God, dude,
They
this
try, I'm
picture.
telling you, you had they was
fucking
bruh. They
picture.
sat there and was like all. They probably told them all the British women you could have found,
Right.
any one of them.
What the hell is wrong with you?
You could have grabbed a Spice Girl, nigga. You could have at least grabbed a Spice Girl. You went and grabbed a chick you saw on television.
Right.
They ain't gonna never take him seriously. Even if he does love her, they ain't gonna never take him seriously. You used to beat off to that show, boy. like you ain't nothing special. This ain't nothing special.
Right.
How we gonna look at her after that? And I'm not saying that they're right for doing it. Don't get me wrong. Fuck them. I'm glad Meghan Markle and dude jumped off. Can we stop calling him Prince Harry though? I mean, I know he gave up the throne, but he gave that up.
There's only one prince.
Did he give it up or was it taken from him? If they took it from him, then he's just Harry. Okay? But I'm not gonna keep calling this motherfucker Prince Harry, because like Gio said, there's only one prince. There's only one prince I've acknowledged.
Yes.
That's it. That's it. That's all it's gonna be.
He is where the doves are.
That's right. Crying. And it's beautiful.
He's like,
It's fucking beautiful.
right.
It's fucking gorgeous up there.
Down by the lake.
Shama my bitch.
Down by the lake.
Down by the lake.
The waters of Lake Minnetonka.
I was just gonna say, yeah, Minnetonka.
Tonka.
But nah, man, that's just look. I respect them for taking the stance like they did, and you know, if anyone's shocked by this shit, shame on you. You're fucking stupid. Cause this shit, they've been like that.
I wonder how many tabloid they sold.
Oh man.
You know, the motherfuckers still print that shit out.
Well, you know, but that's the
grocery
thing.
store tabloids.
The British tabloids was all over them. They made them look like shit. They was like, oh, Meghan Markle made Kate Middleton cry. And it was like, they would try to make her look like she was a bitchy wedding, like a bitchzilla and shit.
Bridezilla.
And the fucked up thing was, actually, Middleton was the one that kind of bullied her. And they flipped it on her. And she was like, Middleton's actually apologized since then. We've been cool. But, you know, British tabloids is like, oh, she's a bitch. She's a bitch. Fuck off. We're glad you left and went to Canada. You flappy fox.
I was looking for the pictures.
Here's some more beans.
Here's some more beans. Haggis.
Listen, man. I want to go drink the water from Lake Minnetonka because Apollonia was in it.
Drink it. Fucking Idris Elba comes and ducks in. Drink it.
It's fucking
Now fuck off. Leave the bike.
right.
I'm never gonna watch Idris Elba film ever again. The same. Every time I see him, that's all I'm gonna think about is drink it. Now fuck off.
Now I gotta go watch the movie again just to see the nips.
That's hilarious.
Nip tuck this. Oh man.
The moral of the story: fuck the Royals.
Fuck the Royals.
That's
Man.
horrible.
Next.
Yo,
Come on.
L, I just put this picture up in the drive.
Okay, let me see if I
We
can
can
find
put it up. We can go into our next subject.
What's the picture of? Let me see.
Pepe Le Pew.
Oh man, yeah, I saw that.
We gotta
Okay,
talk about it,
That
man.
fucking pervy bastard.
We gotta talk about it.
Hold on. Let's go to there. Let's go here. Hold on 1 second.
Is it the one where he's dressed like Scarface?
Nah,
That's always a favorite.
nah,
Yeah,
nah,
he's dressed in a double-breasted suit.
nah. This one is different because of the fact that this is why
We're gonna get canceled today.
well, it depends. It depends on where we go with
There
this.
it is.
It depends on where we go with this, because this one, what they said was that he's being left out of Space Jam 2 because of his history of representing rape culture. They incited multiple evidence
The fuck is
of
wrong
his,
with
through his
people, man?
cartoons.
It's a fucking
No,
cartoon.
here's the thing. They've brought up evidence. This evidence. There's video of him on YouTube in multiple cartoons attacking multiple cats, mistaken to skunks, and trying to lure them and lock them in rooms, and couldn't understand that no means no. Multiple times you've seen him caressing and kissing unaffectionately, trying to get into a cat skunk's pants.
Oh my God!
It didn't
What
matter
the
if it was a
fuck
boy
is
or a girl.
wrong with
He
these
didn't even
people?
know. He didn't even care.
It was a transgender. It was a transgender skunk.
I mean, if you look at it though, there was a lot of times I'm not even sure that was a female that he was chasing. We didn't know. We didn't know. It was always like something happened, a streak go down the back, and he, oh yeah, it's time.
Vader time.
I smell something fresh. And he always left like dick first. He was always like getting his mojo. And he would run off dick first, chasing after whatever the fuck he smelled. And it was always somebody who didn't want it. Didn't want it. So he would lock doors. Did
Matt Lauer get canceled for that shit?
He locked doors.
Yeah,
he would fucking jump out on bitches and shit. Ah!
Hold on, man. We're fucking going there.
He was like the Jason of getting pussy. Like, it's just like, no matter what he did, he always caught him. And he just did the little dick first.
Well, while we're here.
Here.
Bro, while we're here.
Jeez.
Look, this is evidence number one. He should have been locked up a long time ago.
Peppy boy, can you kiss a pretty girl, charming Peppy?
See?
Oh, that's silly. I can kiss a pretty girl before she shake a pretty girl.
This would made us not like trust French people.
Right, right.
You are the aroma of spring flowers that bloom in the spring.
Look at her.
Come, my little peanut of brittle. Hello, baby. I am the locksmith of love, no? I am the broken heart of love. I am the disillusioned. I am wished to enlist in the Foreign Legion so I may forget. Take me.
Bonjour. Nous filez-vous les questionnaires. Dis-moi les noms des plumes.
Pepe Le Pew. A pitiful case, am I not?
Dis-moi les society security number. Holy on smoke!
Holy on smoke.
Come back, small one. Come back. The corned beef do not run away from the cabbage.
Julio, here for out me, Romiette.
Oh, my little much ado about something.
There you go, breaking an entry.
Chez-moi, ethos.
Chez-moi, Portos.
Chez-moi, Pepe. Leader to pilot. Pretty girl at 3 o'clock. Over. Pilot to navigator. Over.
I call it.
We'll go. I pierce you with the ek of love, flower pot.
All right, bro. Watch this shit.
Popcorn, darling.
Lay
His name is John Gannott. Yes.
I was gonna say something, but I'd rather not.
Bro, watch.
It's difficult at this range. The arms of Pepe are about you all the day live long. The lips of Pepe are upon you.
He's going to jail.
Love is strong, darling.
It's like all of fucking Mark Wahlberg's 90s movies.
All right, bro. There's 1 more minute left.
Help me out, you little
Not
sandy
even.
witch.
Where are you, my little gumbo of
There you
chicken?
go, the dick
Your
first.
French fried steak is seasoning for you.
And that's it.
There you go,
man.
jumping dick
fuck.
first towards it, man.
So yeah,
All
man.
based on facts.
And that's just a light version. It's just a light version of his antics, man. He's done way worse. Way worse
Yeah,
than I've
oh,
seen.
yeah,
Oh,
there's-
10 times worse. Like,
Pepe Le Pew was always molesting cats.
man. He give no fucks, man.
Right. He's like,
And that's why he's getting canceled.
That's why he's not allowed to Space Jam 2.
Jesus Christ.
They took away, first and foremost, people started tripping because of Lola Bunny. And then what was fucked up was people was mad that Lola Bunny was looking more like they took away like any anamorphics that made her look like a woman.
Yeah.
And people was sitting there talking about, man, I want my Lola Bunny looking like this. It was a goddamn fan art picture. Lola Bunny was never drawn like that. This bitch had
It was
tits,
like Megan
thighs,
Thee
and
Stallion.
knees, and fucking looking like she had fucking Angelina Jolie legs and Megan Thee Stallion fucking hips and ass and shit. It was like, what the fuck is this? Like Lola Bunny ain't never came out the locker
I
room.
drew
looking-
that in prison.
This goddamn Lola Bunny got sweat on her. This bitch was made in fucking PS5. This ain't no goddamn Lola Bunny. And now, Pepe Le Pew
Pepe Le Pew.
might have to be canceled in due time in the Warner Brother Tower. Probably with Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. Because it's fucked up, man. I mean, you saw it coming, but you just didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Like, I did not think they were ever going to go that petty and say, you know who need to be canceled? Pepe Le Pew.
I still stand that Mr. Potato Head was just trying to make an honest day's living and trying to be a loyal husband in Toy Story 2. And he lost his junk.
Yep.
Pepe Le Pew's been being a rapey fucking skunk for over, what, 70 years?
True. A rapey
And we
French skunk.
come for him late.
A French skunk. Who I'm surprised they didn't make France answer for.
Like who? Yeah, right. It's like,
Like
how-
France.
How are you? They used to justify it by saying, he's French."
Yeah.
That was the justification.
All right, gentlemen, I got one for you. How about Miss Piggy always chasing Kermit?
See, that's a little different because she didn't really try to like. Well, I don't know if she ever tried to rape him. I never saw her try.
She always pushed up on him, no?
True. Well, if anything, yes. So
It
yes,
would
she
be
would definitely be
reversed.
like sexual harassment.
Yeah.
She would be one of those people like this. Goddamn sexual harassment and probably racist. I would say.
Sorry.
I can see that. I can see Miss Piggy being a little racist
Yeah.
too. She is a pig.
I'm just saying, like, you know, Miss Piggy was always pushing Kermit around,
True.
you know.
And I don't know. I never saw Miss Piggy with any Hispanics, so I feel like she might be a little racist.
She was going to fuck Gonzo.
She didn't want to end up. She didn't want to end up a fucking pernil. That's why.
That's why she never fucked with like Hispanics and black folks because she knew.
She wanted some Gonzo.
Because she knew Gonzo don't eat.
Can you imagine Monster,
Oh man,
Animal? Animal.
Animal. I thought Animal fucked everything.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't mess with him. Like that's just fucked up. I liked Animal.
Yep.
I like Ralph too. Ralph the
And
piano
even them,
dog.
even that universe has been removed
Yeah.
because they had to do a disclaimer, and then Disney just pretty much said, you know what, let's just pull all this shit.
What? Yeah, what happened with that? They had a.
There was another thing with that shit too, where they had to pull it for some odd reason.
Well, pretty much what made them fucking popular, the adult humor that they used to fucking really put.
Yeah.
You know, because the Muppets were known for that.
Yeah, because
it was always for kids, but it had those keytones of adult dick jokes and fucking.
But you know what though?
Mom and dad jokes.
But you know what though? That's why it didn't belong on Disney. It never did. Something like that needs its own field house. Disney can front the bill and bring it back, but at the same time, like it housed their property. It's not really the house for you to create new stuff. Like it was just a way for your stuff to stream. They could do their own deal with another studio, and honestly, it may not be as like well funded as like a Disney, but I mean, at least you get creative control to put yourself in a more powerful position, because they could take that shit and go to, say, a HBO, or they could go and fund through a studio and just stream their own show.
Man, that's the only way, because ain't nobody thinking about no fucking Muppets.
Nah.
You can give, because they had the show on one of the major networks for a while, and that shit got canceled. You know,
and the funny thing was,
even though it's witty and it's still good entertainment, but ain't nobody.
The funny thing is, people, there's a fan base for the Muppets, but the thing about it is, we've seen them do the PG shit. If anybody deserves to be rated R,
no, that'd be fucking.
That's them.
That'd be the end of all.
But no, seriously, think about it, bro. Happy Time Murders.
It was horrible.
Terrible. Terrible as shit. But you look at the Muppets film, the first comeback film. Did you remember that? You don't remember that?
The only one I remember is the Christmas Carol one.
Ah, what the fuck.
I love that movie.
But you do remember Happy Time Murders?
Yeah, kind of,
Okay.
sort of. I didn't finish it.
Erase what you know so far about the cast. Imagine the Muppets in those roles. You can piece whoever you want in there. But imagine the Muppets in those roles, those major roles that you remember.
Be a lot better.
A lot better and way different. Way different energy. Nobody's going to give a fuck about these Muppets they don't know. But if you show up with some Muppets they do know, acting like that, now we talking. People got to realize, back in the day, I remember, like, MTV Movie Awards used to be, like, real popular. And one of the things they used to do was they used to do these little skits and bits in between the award show. And these directors, they were music video directors and stuff like that. They would take the nominees for best movie of the year or whatever, and they would have scenes acted out by cast members of the Brady Bunch, the original cast members of the Brady Bunch. They hadn't been doing TV for years. Nobody even gave a fuck. But because they did that, it made it so popular and it was so funny. Before it was even viral, the shit was a hit. And that made them say, hey, we could actually do another Brady Bunch movie and bring back the whole cast. And they did. And they made millions off the shit.
Marsha.
For no reason. All I'm saying is, we've seen Kermit, we've seen Piggy, we've seen Fozzie, we've seen Ralph, we've seen Animal, we've seen all of them be as family oriented as possible. We've seen them as babies. We see them as adults now. Let them motherfucking Muppets cuss. They deserve a rated R film. They do.
That shit would be hilarious.
They do. That's what Jim Henson wanted. He wanted to make a rated R Muppet film. You've tried to make one. With Muppets, nobody knew and gave a shit about. All the Muppets was ugly in the goddamn thing, and we didn't give a fuck about Melissa McCarthy in it. She didn't make it no better. But if you would have taken all of them people out and put the Muppets in that goddamn thing.
Just the Muppets.
Just the Muppets. Completely different film. $1 billion. Niggas would have showed up, smoked out, drunk as a motherfucker, like, yo, Kermit finna fuck the shit out of Miss Piggy in this shit, yo. I have been waiting to see how these two fuck for the long. Because you know how people are. Yeah. They are going to want to see who gets killed and how. It don't even matter. It's not even like they're not going to come back in another film.
Right.
But a Muppet murder mystery, rated R, we going. There's not a single fucking house that's not going to play that film.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of people that's going to go see that shit. All kinds of people.
What's going to happen, though, is they're going to be like, oh, now because they're going to think that it's okay for them to. But it shouldn't be. You know what I mean?
It's not.
It should be a rated R film, right?
Yeah.
Or, shit, give it a XXX.
I wouldn't say XXX. But compared to what I saw in that goddamn Happy Time Murder.
Yeah.
Where he was busting cotton all over the fucking windows and shit. Or lotion or whatever the fuck that was. It was like a string cheese or some shit that went shit out.
Fam.
That could have been Kermit.
Okay. Listen.
Or at least Fozzie.
Let's go back.
I would have laughed harder if it was Fozzie though.
Yeah, but look at Ted.
Ted.
Look at Ted.
Ted.
No, okay,
Perfect
but
example.
but that's what I'm saying. If you look at Ted, every childhood teddy bear came to life.
Yep.
And that motherfucker was wild.
Yeah.
So now, how do you explain that? So why can't you give us a Muppet movie? You know what I'm saying? Like you said.
Motherfucker's been famous for like 60 years.
Yeah.
You know they got coke habits.
Ted talking about, oh yeah, put your finger in my tag. Put your finger in my tag. Like, come on,
like, come on, fam. Gonzo was the motherfucker that was sitting there blowing the purple crystal. That was Gonzo. That was always gonna be Gonzo, man. There was so many times. Jim Henson wanted to do that.
Yeah.
That was his dream. And I know he would have took every one of the motherfuckers from Sesame Street and all the motherfucking Muppets. And that would have been a fucking different story. Sesame Street would have been Boys in the motherfucking Hood with Muppets. And there'd been some real shit going on. You'd have saw Snuffy sucking dick.
Oh, man.
And that'd have been gross as shit. Just moping around, macked out his goddamn mind off of heroin. And you'd have saw him, Big Bird just crying. No, Snuffy, no! You pawned my nest! Snuffy gonna be saying, it's mine now, baby.
Getting it on?
He'll be just slugging around the street. It's mine, it's gone now, baby.
Oh, man.
It's gone now.
Bert and Ernie just fucking...
Dog, you finally get like a gritty fucking love story between Bert and Ernie.
That's what I'm saying.
And you find a whole new definition of don't put down that ducky. Don't you put that ducky down.
Right.
Don't you put that ducky down.
Oh, I dropped a duck.
Don't you put that duck down. Don't you put it down.
Shit.
Dog, tell you, man, the Muppets, dog, they deserve it. We've seen them as Sesame Street is still going strong as a child show, so I know that's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
But the Muppets, why not? Like, why not? To kids, it's a hand puppet.
Because they will cancel them, just like they're about to cancel Pepe Le Pew.
I mean, they already canceled because he's rapey. But I mean, let's be real here. Let's be real. You're canceling a cartoon, not the fucking person that drew him or voiced the guy. No, you're trying to draw. Like what you gonna do? Like, what?
He's gonna learn his fucking lesson, Larry.
But what Pepe Le Pew cartoon have we seen in the last 2 years that we're just gonna sit there and be like, oh, well, we were gonna go out this summer, but goddamn, ain't no Pepe Le Pew movies playing today. He on TV? No, he on TV. Well, what the fuck? Well, what are we gonna watch? Like, he barely gets any clock anyway. Like, he barely gets any attention. The Muppets, same thing. They came out with a comeback. Hell, they've had a lot of comebacks. They had a goddamn show that got canceled. They came back with a series of movies. That shit dried out. They were gone for a while. They came back with another goddamn movie.
Just imagine the investment. That's a good fucking payback. Buy a fucking Muppet, make billions of dollars. Damn it, we gotta make a Muppet. We gotta fucking...
Disney is sitting on that property, just sitting on it. They bought it. They just sitting on it. But what they need to do is let them motherfuckers go rated R. Let them pop up in a Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
You don't even have to let them cuss. Just have them in a Deadpool movie and have them react to him cussing at them. That's, dude, $1 billion. $1 billion right there. Deadpool meets the Muppets. He can curse and say all kind of fuckity fucks and all that shit that Ryan Reynolds does, and the Muppets just react. And we'll probably get one of them to cuss.
Yeah.
Just one of them to actually curse like
a
him.
ninja rap too.
I don't know. What is Vanilla Ice doing nowadays?
We have Bieber sing it or some shit.
Have you seen his mustache lately?
The fucking bristle brush.
Now that's rapey. That's rape culture. You want to cancel something? Cancel mustaches like that. That shit's nasty. That shit's like, it's like, it almost looks to me like this is blonde, but this is just all ass. Like, just all ass. Just all ass right here. Shit. And the fact that this is darker and everything else is not, I ain't liking it. I ain't fucking with it.
You're very opinionated today.
Well, you know, you gotta let loose on the public. It's Monday, goddammit.
Fucking, I love it. That's hilarious.
It's Monday.
What else? What else shall we bitch and moan?
Well,
shall we talk about?
We did say we was gonna go at it, and I think it's about that time.
All right, let's do it.
Now,
what should we do?
Obviously, this weekend, this Friday, we were talking about how Coming to America was coming out. And it was out that Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it Friday.
I saw it Friday as well.
Yep.
I saw it Thursday night.
Of course.
But yeah.
And just to be clear, I watched it again last night.
No, I don't think I'm ever
okay.
Gonna watch
Well,
it.
actually, I watched it not last night. I'm lying. It was the morning. It was that morning. I haven't wanted to watch it, but I watched it twice, and we said that we would come in today. We would talk about it, full of spoilers.
Yes. So it opens up, right?
So if you're somebody who has not seen Coming to America or Coming to America,
don't go anywhere. We'll ruin it for you.
we're going to tell you exactly
what happened.
What happened. Okay. So, first and foremost, L, you said you gave the film
5.5.
5.5. Jill, out of 10, what do you rate this film?
I would have to agree, 5.5.
5.5?
Yeah. Leaning closer to a 5.
All right, tell me about it, man. What was your beef with it? What was your beefs? What was your likes, your dislikes, and your main takeaways?
I think the movie was not meant for that cast. Like that plot and the way it was written, it was just, I don't know. You got a 2.5 hour movie that felt like it should have been 4 hours to get the story that they were trying to tell. You know, I didn't like that. It wasn't Coming to America in any way, shape, or form. it felt more like a Kevin Hart movie, more than anything, with the over the top antics and the dance routine and the product placement, and it just was ridiculous. Like I get it, Eddie, the fight scene with him and his daughters, like that was cool. It was kind of poorly produced. I think they could have gave him something more elegant instead of fucking slapping sticks. Like that shit just looked corny and fake as hell.
You saw the first one, right?
Yeah.
That's what they did in there.
But it looked fucking like they knew what they're fucking doing. This one, it was
bad
more
choreographed.
Yeah, this one was just all clanky and shit. Like they didn't even hit. Like you can see it was either an edit or it was a real soft tap.
Yeah.
And it just didn't.
Bad editing.
Yeah, like the first one is like, oh shit, okay. Damn, those are some fucking badass people that are doing this shit. Now this one was like, oh, okay, those are actors. All right, I guess there's a battle scene. Yeah, that shit. I think that's the thing that I liked about the first one is like, yes, it was a different concept, but everything felt authentic. Yeah. Even from when they were dressed like, when Arsenio was dressed like the chick and they were in the club. It was a simple setup, but it felt authentic. Everything here felt forced and fake. Yeah. Like the sets, like the over the top, all that shit. It just, like I said, my biggest gripe is Eddie coming off of the Netflix movie that he did.
Dolomite.
Coming out of Dolomite, because Dolomite did its fucking best to make it seem authentic.
Yeah.
Like to the T, they went out of their way to try to really tell the story. Even when they did the fucking scene when they did the bed scene, when the
put your weight on it.
Yeah, when the bed collapsed and all that. That looked kind of cheesy, but still it played into the story. This shit was just like, all right, let's CGI or let's fucking do a dance routine for no fucking reason. I think all that shit and the story was fucking. It could have been a good story, but them finding the kid and being back in Africa within 6 hours makes no fucking sense. Jet lag alone, those characters should have been all fucking over the place. That I didn't like that. And then he's there for fucking 3 days, a week, or whatever X amount of time, and he falls in love with the fucking groomer. Like, it just doesn't. Well, and they didn't even develop her. Like, oh, yeah, she listened to him a couple times, and now he wants to fucking give up everything to go. Like, it just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Forced. Okay. Was there anything you liked about it?
Like I said, if it would have been a Kevin Hart movie, I would have gave it a good solid 7 or 8. For what it was, like how they presented it, how it was produced, like that would have been a dope Kevin Hart movie.
Yeah.
But for it to be an Eddie Murphy movie and the sequel to Coming to America, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's a bad movie. I'm just saying it's not. It's not at all.
Not your sequel.
No, it's not. It's not at all. Man. It's like they could have done a lot more organic story to really tell a good story.
For me, the movie, it missed the mark on the storyline. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. There was a lot of funny parts in the movie.
Yeah.
Right? And the movie had a lot of great moments. But the storyline, like you go back and where they veered off from all the girls that they interviewed at the club, I was thinking, okay, was it Peaches? Or was it so-and-so? You know what I mean? Like from the girls, Joan of Arc, like any of them crazy bitches. And then all of a sudden, no, they veered off and he was walking to the bathroom.
And he got date raped.
Right. And then he found another girl, right? And he was like, yeah, I was looking for the perfect vagina. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, I get it. So you guys went back to the hotel, back to your room. And like you said, he basically got date raped, right? And I'm thinking to myself, and then she got pregnant. And 30 years later, find out that he got a son. Like, it took 30 years for a witch doctor to go, I had a premonition that you have a son.
Yeah.
Like, you know what to me.
And the fact that James Earl Jones even knew it too.
Right.
He said, yes, you have a son. Like, he always knew.
But it should have been more of an expression from Eddie. Like in the first one, like if they would have told young Eddie in Coming to America or something like that, like he would have had a reaction and it would have been its own little scene. He was like, oh, I'm mad. Oh, I'm okay with it. Let's go find him. I was like, oh, that's so fucking lazy.
See, that's the thing.
So we got to get a director's cut.
See,
that's what. Wait for it to come to HBO.
Here's the thing.
Extended director's cut.
Here's what I feel about the film, and I'm gonna tell you now. Out of 10, I'm giving it a 6.
Okay.
Okay. What I don't like about this film is the fact that everything is so fucking rushed.
Yeah.
This film had every intention of being that sequel. However, a lot of things happen. Number one, as I watched it the second time, I realized they're shooting this film during the quarantine. So that's why you see a lot of scenes in that house.
Yeah.
In Rick Ross's house. And I'm like, wow, they are really making this work. They're spending, now I'm seeing what they spent the budget on. A lot of it went towards the house.
Yeah.
The rest went towards appearances.
Dude, there was a lot of good actors.
There was a lot of fucking appearances in this fucking place. But it was almost like they were just inviting people. Like, you want to, because I mean, this is like shot down south. And at the same time, some scenes they're shooting this at Rick Ross's house. A lot of other scenes they shot this on the lot at Tyler Perry's.
Right.
So everybody's at Tyler Perry's.
That explains it. It does have that Tyler Perry movie feel to it.
Because of the location and because of the exclusivity to all these people. You can get Rick Ross down there. You can get a Rotimi, Salt and Pepper, In Vogue, Gladys fucking Knight. You can get Michael Blackson to come down there. Right. You can get all these celebrities to come down. Dikembe fucking Mutombo. I didn't realize it until the second time I watched it. I was like, this motherfucker here. Like, this nigga's in here.
Right.
But you're right. The first film had a deep authenticity. They wanted to show that regalness of Africa. The first Coming to America that we love and know is because it showed Africa in a different light. You saw a first attempt at creating a Wakanda visually through Zamunda. And since Wakanda, we've seen it to the next level. So when we see Coming to America 2, we're thinking, oh shit, it's time to see Zamunda. What's Zamunda like? And you didn't really get that.
No. You get the Black Panther fight scene Xbox graphics.
Nah, not even. What you get is like this cartoonish kind of not really as detailed because you have, and the reason why I say cartoonish is because outside of the castle that you're meant to believe in Zamunda, where Hakeem and his family, you see that, and then the next part that you see of Zamunda is where Wesley Snipes, who's a dictator, stays, and that's Rick Ross's house. But over there is some of the silliest goddamn shit you've ever seen going on, and it's all like goofy, stereotypical, slapstick, fucking damn near hot shot Naked Gun type shit.
Fucking crotch thrust.
When you
like
see,
every dance routine is just random dance routine.
I'm gonna swing my dick this way. Swing my dick this way. And they got fucking, first and foremost, there were some people, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, there was quite a few people that were upset as to the stereotypes that they played on in Africa. And it was like, yo, why'd you have to have child soldiers sitting down with Wesley Snipes? Like, why'd you have to do that? Like, why'd you have little gun soldiers? Like, come on, man. Come on now. Like, that's a long time ago. I don't know if that shit's still going on. I don't know. We don't know as Americans. But you could tell they didn't know and they didn't give a fuck either. It was just so focused on being funny that they forgot about this story that was so convoluted. Cause like you said,
it's like how they even used the fucking dad.
They rushed.
Like they represented McDougal's in such a horrible fashion.
McDougal's? You mean McDowell's?
McDowell's.
But they rushed through that. Like, okay, I just found out, okay, they got McDowell's and Zamunda's. And then I get the whole Pepsi placement ad because it was basically a whole commercial publicity stunt thing. But even just the way it looked, Zamunda is this big ass land, and then you got this one McDowell's. No road, no street, just McDowell's right in the middle of the fucking desert.
You had a fucking drone shot back in the 80s for no fucking reason.
For no reason.
You converted an actual McDonald's into what you needed, but now you have some CGI'd fucking crab bucket, fucking SpongeBob fucking drawings.
It's like, and we're supposed to believe that this motherfucker's successful. And then
in the middle of a mountain range.
Nowhere,
man.
You packed up the whole McDonald's from Queens and moved it to Zamunda. And we're just supposed to believe that that's the biggest chain in there. That chain is successful. And the fucking crazy thing about this as well is, like we said, the story is so convoluted. It rushes to write the father off. It rushes to write on the fact that he has a son and get there. Let's get the son. And then we got him and just, convinced him, because the money fell. Oh, well, he's going with us. So then they go. And then that's it. And then you get there and you're like, okay, so that solves that. So now he's got a son and he can marry this Tiana Taylor. Oh, wait a minute. He has to be a prince test. He has to take the test to be a prince. Oh, shit. It's another goddamn plot device. Now we got another thing we got to do. And then it becomes, he got to do that. But then some other shit starts happening. You're just like, wait a minute. What the fuck are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this?
Who are we focusing on?
Right.
No one.
No one.
Because you got the daughters.
The daughters got shit going on.
The mom.
The mom's got shit going on. The father's got shit going on with Wesley Snipes. And the kids got shit going on.
And the mom.
And then the mom. It's so much shit. It's all these fucking things going on. And it's like a bunch of shit that just happens.
Right.
So it becomes all this shit about a joke. And when you look at Coming to America, the first one is such a simple story. Man is forced to fall in love the man is forced to marry a bride he doesn't want. He stalls. He has time to go to America to find somebody that would be worthy for him. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. It was never let me go. I found the bride. Let me bring her back to Zamunda. And let me do all this. Now she got to pass the princess test. I thought we were going to get a film where he had to go to America, find this boy, convince him to come back to Zamunda. He found the boy and had that son bitch back in 20 minutes. I said, well, goddamn.
The flight alone.
Right. If that was the case, I could have watched the goddamn trailer then.
Right.
If that's not a plot point of the goddamn movie, what the fuck? You could have just focused on the funny shit and not even told me about the shit. Now you tricked me. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to see. Of course, we want to see this kid in Zamunda. But at the same time, it didn't need all this other shit. It didn't need all this other shit. He didn't need to take it. I would have personally loved to see at least half the film spent trying to convince this kid to come. Mm-hmm. And then focus on, okay, he's in Zamunda. Does he want this girl? Mm. The girl that he fell in love with didn't even have to be from Zamunda. I mean, I get the significance of it, but it was just so rushed. And it was like, this is a really great character that you're wasting. These two characters. Because we want to see their love develop, but I'm not understanding how I just think he wants to fuck. I don't honestly understand why he wants to marry this girl.
It's time for my bath.
Right, like this
She
man,
ain't even the one that bathed him.
She ain't even
Right,
the
that's
one
what I'm
that
saying. She just braided his hair.
Like, come on, man. Like, he just, he wanted to fuck this girl a couple minutes ago, and he just sung a Prince record with her. But yo, it was so much that they focused on and locked in. I think this is one of those movies that it had to be a 4-hour film. It had to be. And honestly, if it would have been a 4-hour film, cool. Give me a 4-hour fucking comedy like this where it explains everything and I get details. Perfect. I'm there for it. But this shit was so snipped and slapped together so fucking fast with the story.
Yeah.
I couldn't give up, and I just didn't give a fuck by the end. I was just so glad it was done. Like, thank God.
Yeah. I mean,
it could have been worse.
There was a lot of funny parts, but I just think the storyline itself needed work.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it jumped around too quick. Like I said, they threw it together. And like you said, you know, they went from let's find the unborn or the bastard child. Let's go find him, bring him back. He doesn't fall in love with the suitor.
Right.
He's here. That, you know, that's supposed to be for him. It's the same shit on a different level because now it's new.
Yeah.
Right? And then he falls in love with a different person type shit. That's one of the royal bathers or one of the royal help. You know what I mean? So I look at it like, man,
You know what I was hoping?
Yeah.
I was hoping that he brought him there. They were going to do a DNA test and they found out it wasn't his son.
That shit would have been hilarious.
But then what was going to be fucked up was he started to develop a relationship with the older sister, the one that could fight.
Yeah.
And she was going to help him become a prince and show him how to like straighten his ass up.
Yeah.
He would fall for her.
Yep.
And he would find out, oh, you're not related. Well, he'd be like, well, bet that shit. Nigga,
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he would be like, no, I'm not, you know, he would be that dad. And I was like, that would be so much better to me.
Right.
Instead of all this other extra shit. Because then you got to run and go there. Now I got to run back to America. And I found him right away. And all I had to do was go to the same block that I went to 42 years ago, like I always do. Go to the same block in Queens, in America. I'm from Africa. I go to the same block 42 years later, and I can find my son just like that.
Yeah.
All I got to do is just go to the barbershop
and show him a fucking...
Oh, yeah. He had a kid to sell tickets at thing.
These motherfuckers was already 70, 80 years old 42 years ago. He comes back. All of them are still alive, sitting there talking shit, and they remember his ass from 42 years ago. They even know where his son is.
Yeah.
The son that he just found out about. Oh, that big head nigga. He over there on 40. What the fuck? I know barbershops are like that, but that's 1 in a fucking million. That is something extra. That is something extra there, man. That's some lazy shit. But like you said, it was a lot of funny moments.
Right.
A lot of funny moments that I did like. I did feel let down with the Randy Watson performance.
Yeah.
That shit, the introduction was so great. But when he came out and he was doing this thing, I was like, that's not Randy goddamn Watson. Because he did, that's not Randy Watson. That's fucking, that's like all these other characters and shit. Like, Randy Watson was Velvet. That was damn near Eddie Murphy. You know, cock it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But that was funny. He's like, who'd they get?
Oh, man.
Like, better than that.
Oh, she was so fucking happy. Oh, my God, this is Kendrick Lamar. He was like, no, better than that. Everybody from Queens is standing up like, oh.
Yeah. Randy Watson.
All sitting there crying, laughing, like, oh, my God, this is how they bring out
all the way at the end. Then they bring out Peaches and their twins.
That shit right there. That's what made me get up and walk out the goddamn room. I said, no, he didn't bring back Peaches. How the fuck does he know they know Peaches?
Yeah.
And why are these chicks touring the same goddamn rap 42 years ago? It was so. It was like one of those things, man. I swear. That's how I know they worked at Tyler Perry house, because Tyler Perry is the only one that keep in contact with the entire cast from Coming to America. He keep in touch with the entire cast from Color Purple.
Yeah.
Every black classic, this nigga got the whole cast in his goddamn in his fucking studio and shit. They just on call.
The weird part about the movie though, when he's like, "Son, I want to do my funeral now."
Right.
Then they do the funeral, right? And they have Morgan Freeman narrating it and shit, and that the shit's hilarious, right?
I could not believe the crazy shit they were saying.
And everybody stopped having sex. Okay. Yeah.
And nobody smiled.
Right.
Nobody smiled a day.
Yeah.
Any day afterwards.
But the craziest shit is when he looks at him and goes, "Remember what I told you, son? I'm about to die."
Yeah. It's just like
Stupid as all
slowly
hell.
just passes away.
Yeah.
And it's so fucked up because I felt so robbed. I was like, "You son of a bitch. Don't do this to me."
Yeah.
Because the whole
that's
time.
Mufasa.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He's like, I've seen this man die before.
No. Here's what pissed me off about this is why I ranked it down to a 6, and it's almost dropped it to a 4. Because number one, okay, I've seen James Earl Jones in a lot of goddamn classic movies.
Right.
A lot of them. The last thing I need is to see James Earl Jones pass away like this in a goddamn film, and this is his last film, and the only thing I gotta remember is this fucking funeral where Morgan Freeman said nobody fucked after he passed,
Right.
and I'm not gonna feel like it.
Yeah.
Mufasa died, baby. It ain't time. What you want me to do?
The best part about this shit though, did you really pay attention? The coffin was leaning.
Yes. It was lean. It was just like, dude, he was propped in that coffin. Because, no, James Earl Jones is 93 years old. So he cannot move around like that.
No, yeah.
So
They had him leaning.
they had him in this coffin, and I'm sitting there looking, and I'm trying not to laugh because I'm like, this is fucked up. And I know this is Eddie's doing. And he was like, well, just prep this nigga in the coffin.
Yep.
Because I'm like, oh my God, Eddie in our studio ain't shit. They ain't shit for this. I swear to God.
Yep.
You don't do Mufasa like this. Not Jaffe Jafar. This is not. And it was so slapstick. But I think at the same time, and this is what got me, as the whole thing is going on, I'm looking at James Earl Jones's face. There's a moment you can see him chuckling to this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here looking at it, I'm like, holy shit. They got Morgan Freeman and they got James Earl Jones. They pitched these guys this whole scene and they fucking willingly went with this shit. So I'm gonna go with it. These two obviously wanted to do this shit. And it's the silliest thing I've ever seen. And I'm trying hard not to laugh, but goddamn, this is fucked up. If James Earl Jones goes, this is how he wants to go out. No Darth Vader mentions, no Mufasa mentions. I'm going out as Jaffe Joffer.
Okay, listen.
Bury me as the King of Zamunda.
And then, bro,
And that's it.
okay, here's another crazy part. That somebody still had this fucking jacket in wardrobe. They
Yes.
pull up. They're like, you are the King of Zamunda. You cannot go out there like that. And they look at each other, and then he jumps out there, and he's in the same fucking jacket. And
Yes. Oh, no.
what the fuck is going on? And he's just standing there smiling and shit. This movie, I'm telling you, listen, there was a lot of good parts in this movie. There really were.
Silly as shit.
But I'm thinking to myself, who in the fuck writes?
Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry.
Nah, if Tyler Perry wrote this motherfucker, they'd have spent 22 minutes in the first season. Well, it's not my baby. It is.
It is.
It is your baby. How do you know? They'd over-explain the shit. I just know.
I broke my back.
I broke my
Nurse
back.
me back to health.
And it'll be Robin Givens to explain it to you. Always find a role for
And
Robin
there you
Givens.
go.
and
No,
Tyler
and
Perry.
what the fuck is the basketball player?
Rick Fox.
Rick Fox, yeah, and
Rick
Rick
Fox
Fox.
would be in that bitch somewhere. He always find time for Rick Fox and Robin Givens.
Dude, this shit was crazy, man. Like I watch this movie, And I watched it twice. I watched it twice.
It deserves a second look. If you haven't watched it once, watch it twice, and you'll have a decision for sure.
Right. Turn your phones off. Pay attention.
The first time I watched it, I was reacting just from the shock and awe and surprise.
Right.
The second time I watched it, I actually paid attention to the jokes that were thrown out. There's a lot of fucking jokes in this film.
Yeah.
A lot of shit. From the songs that they're singing to the shit that they say in between the chaos.
Yeah.
This was a totally fucking ad-lib film for a moment that made me feel like I don't think they wrote a script. And I was like, it kind of makes sense. It kind of explains a lot. But no, there was a lot thrown at you.
Yeah.
And once you understand that, okay, the plot is fucked up. Now I know the plot is fucked up. What was said through all this shit that made it make sense? Check it out. Like, watch it the first time just to get it out the system. Watch it again, and then just listen to the crazy shit that's being said. Because everybody got a joke out in this fucking thing. Yeah. Even the scene, there was one scene I loved, which I didn't think I was gonna love, when the father, Mr. McDowell, showed up at McDowell's, and Akeem was in the back mopping the floor.
Yeah.
He was sad as fuck mopping the floor.
I find sanctity.
And they had this moment where they were talking and being endearing, and I was like, finally get to see John Amos. And I know John Amos is old, and he's an older man now, and he can't really do as much as he used to. But he was there, and he was present in the moment, and he was so in character. Because you the goddamn king of Zamunda, your mother. With his voice and his presence. And I remember watching that scene play out, and I was cracking up so hard because I was like, the fuck are we doing? These are probably the last time we're ever going to see these guys do what they love doing. And the one thing that they came out of retirement for was for this. And that makes me appreciate it that much more. I learned that the second time around because I'm like, shit. Because the first time around, I'm like, I want better. I wanted to...
Act, damn it.
I got spoiled. That's the thing. We got spoiled with Wakanda. When we looked at the first film and Coming to America, you saw a brief little bit of Zamunda. That shit was CGI. That wasn't real. That was graphicked up. They shot that shit mostly in another like country, but it wasn't like Africa. That was like Canada or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like California and shit, you know, and New York. But for this, you know, they really wanted to kind of make it as much about Zamunda, but you really didn't need to. You really didn't need to. And we got spoiled by the whole Black Panther thing because that was all CGI. We had to see Wakanda for that. We didn't need Zamunda in this. We just wanted to know what happened next. That's it. Just tell us what happened next. What happened to Akeem? What happened to his wife? Did they have kids? What's happening next? I guess we want to know what happened to Randy Watson at the barbershop guys, but we didn't expect them to know where this nigga's illegitimate bastard son is in 2 minutes just because showing them a fucking cartoon drawing that's incomplete in pencil.
The only thing I ask after this movie is that they don't go and try to make another barbershop movie.
They're going to make a third series, though. They're going to make a third.
Spin-off?
No. Think about this for a second. In the storyline, he's going to be the ambassador, and he tells her, you're going to be the queen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you not think that they're going to make a third one with her being the queen, taking her place?
I mean, it would make sense.
They still have to show he got married. He married the girl, so they're going to have to show the storyline. Like they had to, they left it.
It didn't work out.
They left it right. They left it open to move forward.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? So I got a feeling they're going to make like Coming to America or not Coming to America 2, but like Welcome to Zamunda.
I think if they did, I think that if they did, I don't think Eddie Murphy would be in it. No. And if he did, he would probably be a cameo, probably like what they did with James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
Because I think with this one, the way it ended, because, you know, he broke tradition and he named his daughter the queen, which was right. and then also he made his bastard son the ambassador to America.
Yeah.
So he's got ports in America and as well as in Zamunda.
And I don't remember what he brokered with Wesley to make him happy. Did he marry off the daughter to?
He married. What the fuck did he do? No, I remember he got his ass whooped, and they brokered truce through something. I cannot remember. That part I fucking forget about. Yeah.
But they never put their finger on it. When she was whooping his ass when they stormed back in, and the daughter was whooping his ass when he was off in America or whatever. Yeah. And she told him, she goes, we're forming a truce and something about helping your country with money, blah 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 or whatever. And they left it at that. He goes, okay, that seems fair.
Right. Yeah.
And that was it. But they never said anything else about marriage.
Nothing.
So, and that's
come
why.
Back and it's gonna be Wesley married to his oldest daughter. Dun, 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 plot twist.
Because if you look at it,
I do know it's International Women's Day today. I'm sorry.
What was?
But it makes sense.
I can't think of the female lesbian chick that was in the movie that played the daughter. I can't think of her name right now. She's an artist though.
The young one?
She played Wesley Snipes' daughter.
Tiana Taylor?
Yeah, yes. Tiana Taylor. So Tiana and the brother, which is what's his name? Yeah, Rotimi. They're what's his name's children. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So at that point, you're like, well, what are they gonna do now? Yeah. Like you're looking at it like, well, they were supposed to both get married.
Yeah. They didn't even let Rotimi speak. Rotimi probably the closest to act in the Zamunda accent. As soon as he got like that's all he did was it.
You don't have no lines. You're a walk on.
And then let me just say too, there were moments where I was really puzzled because the funeral scene was already crazy. I love the Gladys Knight vocals on that one because the song that she was singing plus the
he's a king.
Yeah,
he's a king.
That fucked me up.
Yeah,
fuck them for that. That was the biggest ball drop to me.
No salt.
One of the biggest ones.
No Spinderella.
You do not have two groups that kicked their original members out.
Yeah.
And fucking just took off with the name. You don't fucking invite Tony without Tony.
Right.
And you don't invite no goddamn Salt and Pepper without no Spinderella, and you don't invite no goddamn En Vogue with just N.
Right.
That was crazy. I was like, now Tyler Perry knew goddamn well. Now just because you got them on speed dial don't mean that just because they can sing a lick, that's what we want to see. We did not need En Vogue and Salt and Pepper singing What a King to no fucking James Earl Jones, no Joppy Jofer.
And you know what's crazy is that, okay, they sang the renditions. Now, are they paying royalties on it as well?
That's a good question. That's a good damn question.
Don't get me wrong, because the artists came in and they performed it different, but now they're paying the royalties on it. Because all the shit that Salt and Pepper was doing to sue their first label because they over royalties and shit. I wonder. I want to see what happens with that.
Because I think if you switch the words around, you good.
Yeah, but it's still the same music.
Is it though? Because it sounded like re-performed music.
Like a YouTube.
Honestly, all of those songs sounded like they were replayed. Like it wasn't like the original track list. I think he might have had like a different band play.
Redo it,
and then they just sang a different version. I think that's what he did. Because if you listen to the tracks, all of them sound like they were pre-made, but they were live bands that he knew. Because even the Sexual Chocolates, changed up the song. We are family. I got sexual chocolate with me. It was a lot of stuff going on, man. It really was. But I give it a 6 for that, for the sentimental reason that this might be the last time I see some of these actors that they had in there.
But now that you say the whole during the pandemic, it makes sense why they were so quick to be in and out of New York. You know, because New York was a hotbed.
Yeah.
It was a fucking...
And you couldn't really travel there to do a lot of shots.
You can do shit in New York. It was completely shut down.
And plus, remember, too, this film was shut down mid-production because of COVID outbreak and stuff. So this film has a lot of scenes where you can tell it's confined in a space with a certain number of actors, and they had to do multiple shoots to make it look like it's a crowded space and things like that. Some of the other earlier scenes, you know, the crowd is vast and everything like that, and you get that, but you can tell it's a confined space. Like, they confined it to like 20-some-odd people. So it's a quarantine movie that I look at now, I'm kind of impressed with, because I'm like, okay, now I get it. Because at first I'm looking at this like, man, the hall was so vast in the old film, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is quarantine America. It's quarantine Zamunda right here. I forgot about that.
So it makes sense.
Makes sense.
Kind of, sort of.
It just, it's like everything kind of, damn, COVID fucked up a lot of shit. It fucked up our Coming to America sequel. Yeah. Pretty much. If you look at it, if you don't like the film, COVID.
That's what it boils down to.
That's what it boils down to.
I'm pretty sure if they would have had the openness.
Yeah.
Like,
it would have been a different
all of these
movie.
things that we're complaining about would have been, maybe the plot would and the story would still be shit, but at least
it probably would have been different.
At least the sets would look fucking the way they should be.
Because I'm
just happy. I'm just happy Kevin Hart wasn't in it.
I would have liked to see Kevin Hart in
No.
this. I would have. But here's the thing though. I feel like had COVID not happened, it would have been a different movie because it's coming to America. So I imagine it would have been, you know, going back
More
to
time in New
Queens
York.
and, you know, more time in New York and convincing him, and then having him come back and, of course, you know, that type of stuff.
Because even if he went back to America and while he was there, he was, you know, like when they said, oh, that's because they went in, oh my God, it looks different. Like, that's gentrification.
Yeah.
Like they mentioned it.
They mentioned it, and that
I was
was
like,
it.
okay, well, why, you know, I'm the king. Let me do something about it.
Right.
You know, put him in a scenario where he can help somebody out to, you know, battle gentrification. You know, I don't know. There's so many ways you can go with it.
They probably would have sprayed him at the door, and you would have saw that on camera. You would have saw it on camera, like, nah, maintain social distancing. Like it would have been great to see that, and I that was one of the things I wanted to see. I was like, damn, I said that early on in the show. I was like, if we're doing a Coming to America 2, I want to see how he reacts to the gentrification, and we didn't get to see that because of COVID. COVID kept him from going to see the rest of the block. He was only allowed to go to the barber shop.
And that was on set
That
as
was it.
well.
That was it. So, you know, you get what you get. And in that retrospect, that's why I graded at a 6. Because I'm like, for what you were able to do, it's incredible.
Yeah.
But I have to take away some for the writing, for the story itself, because it's jumbled up. And
Because you could still tell that story if you're looking for that New York look. You don't necessarily have to be in the Big Apple, you know. Like you can create sets. You're at fucking Tyler Perry's studios.
Right.
Like if they can fucking create a full set for a movie like Scream, a whole house, not even having to do anything with the movie, just a full house that they're gonna use 2 movies down the line. That's what they did. In the second Scream, they created that fucking house, the replica, but just to introduce characters, and then they never used it again. But in that third one, the whole fucking movie was practically based on the set.
Shit, if I was thrown in a position like that, and I'm saying, oh shit, I would have took a bold risk and said, okay,
go get the Carpenters.
No, I would have took a bold risk in the story writing and said, okay. We're going through quarantine and COVID and stuff like that. I fathered the son moved to Atlanta. Went to New York, found out he's already moved to Atlanta. Okay, I've never been here. Go there. Oh shit, it's like a whole nother Zamunda. There's Zamundans everywhere, you know, and kept it like that. And you would have been able to really alternate with that a whole lot more. That's a whole nother characteristic of people to play on that he's never met. people from down south with gold in their mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when he show up with gold on his fucking, with the gold brick with his face on it, then they can show up with a gold chain with their face on it. They'd be like, nigga, what's yours? Like, it's a whole stunt off. You know what I'm saying? There's so much shit they could have done. That would have been a whole new playing field, a whole new level, and would have brought that story out more. And they really could have, you know, still played on that whole, without, you know, the COVID being an influence and keeping you out of New York. Okay, we went to New York, you found out and moved down south. That's fine. I'll forgive that. Simple explanation. Okay, well, where's this Atlanta? Let's find this Atlanta. And they go. Now it explains why they're in this fucking nice looking house that looks like it used to belong to Medea or whatever the fuck. And you have Gladys Knight and Vanessa Williams and the whole cast to set it off, just kicking it in the fucking back lot, barbecuing and shit. Because they on Tyler Perry call. Because he just got black folks showing up every fucking where. Goddamn. Naughty by Nature is just playing her in the background. Like, shit like that, I can understand. But, nah. I had to dock it for that, man. I had to dock it for that and the salt and pepper thing. I ain't fuck with that. And just the overall silliness of the Africans. I don't mind the way Wesley Snipes acted. He was hilarious. As a matter of fact, he was hilarious a lot of the time.
Were just,
dude, I even liked
stereotypical.
Yeah, they were. They really were.
Fucking Rick Ross.
Why did they move every time he talked? And then you see them and they're practicing. They got shake weights and shit.
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is this shit? We was talking about that. We was like, yo, he's not a threat.
The shake weights that made no sense. Yeah. Whatsoever.
That was another thing I docked for. And that's what took it down to a 6-2. The story, the stereotypical way they had the Africans, that was just silly and all over the place, and the performances sometimes. But the fact that Wesley Snipes, as silly as he was not a threat. They showed no level of threat whatsoever. Come on, man.
But hey, whatever. I don't know. But hey, that Michael B. Jordan movie's coming out soon.
When is that coming out?
I don't know. I can't wait though.
Without Remorse. We're gonna find that trailer and play it on the show one day. Yeah. I don't think they'll flag us for trailers.
Probably.
Well, they ain't flag us for the Thunder Chicks, the Thunder Force thing with Melissa McCarthy.
Oh yeah, that's true. Man, who knows? Who knows nowadays what the fuck they flag you for?
I think Facebook flags us for playing their stuff. Like if it comes off of their feed, then it's like, oh no, you stealing. That's Facebook's video. We'll flag you.
We own this shit.
We own this shit.
Or if Wendy Williams owns it.
No, they flagged us for her. Yeah. I was like, Wendy, don't you want to get in? She's like, huh?
Faint.
That's Mark Zuckerberg for your ass, man. I saw a picture of Mark Zuckerberg that was very interesting.
He looks like Justin Timberlake's skeleton.
He looks like the ghost of his pussy past, just sitting in the closet. Are you gonna tell her what you did to Britney? You shut your ass. You shut your ass, Mark. You shut it.
Go get the drums.
Don't you ever talk, Mark. Don't you ever talk. Don't you ever. They'll never believe you.
Can't we just let him go?
They'll never
Fucking
believe him.
Dogs. Fuck you, Justin.
Right.
That's amazing ass movie. Can't you just let him go?
You know what's crazy? I wanted to show my daughter that movie.
Oh, that movie's so good.
I
man.
fucking
it's like
want
one
to,
of my
but
fucking favorites of all time.
I hate Justin Timberlake for that film.
Yeah.
I hated him so fucking much. That film was too good.
It was.
Too fucking good, man.
From fucking...
and it stars the late...
From Bruce Willis.
Yeah, man. And plus, most importantly, though, it stars the late fucking... the late actor, Ashton Yelton, who was a fucking Maverick in every fucking film I've ever seen this dude in. He passed away not too long ago in a car accident, but this dude was a fucking beast in this film, man. Just
he paved the way for such people like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, he really
He would have been a good Spider-Man.
Because he was a kid. Well, when he played that role, he was...
No, that wasn't him.
No?
No. You're thinking Tom Holland.
Well, yeah,
Tom Holland did that.
No, that's what I'm saying, but the kid did Alpha Dog.
Yeah, Aston did, he didn't do Spider-Man. He was in...
no, I know. He did Star Trek.
Yeah, he did Star Trek.
Yeah, but I'm saying, though, he pretty much led the role of being that kid in the modern, like in that representation.
He should have been Spider-Man, though. I always felt like that. He had the voice.
He could have.
He could have played an actual high school Peter Parker, and I would have believed it with his voice. Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are like 40 years old, man. Them niggas is not
bald spots.
Right. You just got them motherfuckers got a fucking 5 o'clock shadow and shit. I'm supposed to believe Andrew Garfield, 32 years old, skateboarding in high school. Fuck out of here. Go to goddamn bus. Looking like 21 Jump Street. Oh man, I hope I pass this test.
Smell my fingers. That's Miss Lawson.
Tobey Maguire had the voice of Spider-Man. But he really...
But the look of the Hamburglar.
He looked like a pedophile.
He got clocks on.
He looked like a burger snatching pedophile. He was so out of place.
Oh, man.
Tom Holland, though. Tom Holland looks and can act like Spider-Man, which works for him. And I'm really interested to see what he does with the Uncharted series. If he's really gonna do that.
Yeah, because now we gotta give Mark Wahlberg his shot at it.
I don't know. Is he too old? Is he too old though?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Because I mean, come on
He can
now.
play the uncle though, but he would have to grow.
Yeah.
He would have to grow the pompadour and the mustache.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you would have to be 4 brothers.
Yeah. But wait a minute. Okay, so let's say Mark Wahlberg plays Vincent, the brother, the uncle.
Or the brother.
I don't know.
You know who I would like to play the brother?
Who?
Have you played the series where they show the brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I played all of them.
I
just didn't play the first one. The first one I didn't play.
I would say, what the fuck is the name of that guy? The guy that plays the bad guy in Captain America. Like the henchman, like the lead guy the lead security guy. Russo, I think is his last name, or Ruffo, or he plays a lot of cool, like.
You're talking about
Russo. I kind of think his last name is Russo.
Well, you said in the Captain America film, the first one.
The second one, when they do the elevator scene, he's like the lead security guy.
Oh, Grillo.
Grillo, yeah.
Frank Grillo.
Yeah, Frank Grillo.
Frank Grillo. Yeah.
I think he would play.
But here's the thing though, because I don't know how young Tom Holland is. He looks young. And
is he playing like?
That's what I'm saying. Is he playing like? That's what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
I don't think he's playing kid type, but I think he's playing.
For you
that
guys
young,
that don't know and haven't played Uncharted 2, we're talking about is Tom Holland opening scene where he's stealing shit from the museum. No, wait, 2 is in the museum, right?
Yeah, 2 is in the
3
museum.
3 is the one where he's a kid.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Is it going to be like right after that?
Now
where he's starting to become a thief, pretty much.
That's a good one.
Like, I think that if you are a fan or you think storyline, I think that would be the time period for Tom Holland to play, like 18 to 22-year-old Drake.
If you want to start it that way, you can.
Because you can't have him play old Uncharted 1 Nathan Drake.
But that's what I'm saying.
You can't. He's too young.
So if they're starting it off like
that's
that.
Why Mark Wahlberg comes in.
Mark Wahlberg just looks like Mark Wahlberg always looked like Nathan Drake. And I'm pretty sure when they created Nathan Drake for this video game, they were looking at a picture of Mark fucking Wahlberg. Because they made sure to get his hair, the scruffiness, even the fact it says, say hi to your mother for me. Like, all of that shit is in there. It's all in there. But if you don't know the Uncharted game is where it's pretty much like they made a modernized Indiana Jones, where you go relic robbing and shooting up pirates and terrorists and slave traders and all kind of other shit. And you climbing shit and avoiding shit and solving puzzles and all kind of other shit.
Fucking amazing.
It's a great game. It's a great game. And I'm excited for it. However, we just can't figure out what Tom Holland's part is in this. Is he the young? Because if he starts off as the young Nathan Drake, then he can just grow into the role.
Yeah, that's.
But who's gonna be his brother though? I don't know. I like the idea of Mark Wahlberg being the uncle, but I feel like as far as the older brother, here's my pick.
Ooh, I got another one.
The Winter Soldier. The guy who plays the Winter Soldier.
You know who would be an even better one though?
Who?
The kid from Stranger Things. That was the lifeguard, the brother.
Oh,
he would play a good younger, kind of older brother. And he's got that fucking loose cannon. Like he plays that very fucking well.
He was a child star too.
Yeah, I think so.
He could.
I think that would be.
Yeah, it could be it. And that's something that he could grow into. Yeah.
Yeah. And then.
But then it's like he'd be in that first one, and then.
He'd be gone.
He'd be gone until like later on.
Unless they keep moving with, I don't know. Who knows? Who fucking knows? We just talk shit.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
We wear our balls on our sleeve.
Yes.
Wait, I said it wrong. We wear our nuts on our sleeve. Wear our balls in our pants.
Balls is our sportswear.
Wear our balls on
our sports collection. Wear our balls on our sleeve.
But we wear our nuts on our sleeve today.
Yes. That's our cardigans and our finer. Our finer wear.
Finer things. The finer things in life.
Oh, shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we seem to be inching here close to the end. So we will jibber jabber for another couple minutes. But I want to say thank you guys for tuning in today, Monday. It's a new week. Go out there and get it.
That's right.
Again, this Friday, don't miss out on the entrepreneur. Not even entrepreneur, just the social gathering. We're going to have a networking pop-up event here on Friday. That's going to be turning into the Saturday, Sunday when we have the actual pop-up. And come through, support local vendors, local craftsmen and women. Just come and have a good time and enjoy yourself.
That's right. Come have a drink, stay for the people, and mingle.
Yeah, mingle.
That's right, man.
So, yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Fuck the Royals.
Yes.
Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And as always, keep it locked on 1025mke.com. Radio you can watch.
Yes.
And we thank you for tuning in.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are out.
Later.